jungle friends.
Well, today on the phone, I have with me a budding author, I would call him. His name is Mark Becker.
Just assume that you were going to strip the unsuspecting lawyer naked and make him tell the truth.
Well, that's the plan, yeah.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
My higher calling in the practice of law is mediation, and I settle other people's disputes for a living.
Now, are you like an accountant that can't balance his own checkbooks when it comes to resolving disputes in your own life, or are you... Does that go through your whole life? You're able to mediate?
That would require another segment on your show.
Right. For a lawyer to decide that he wants to be a writer, it sounds like maybe there were some dreams in there that have stemmed from a different time in your life. Have you always wanted to write?
I was the writer, and a friend of mine was the cartoonist, and we created a science fiction comic book that we sold in the milk line in the cafeteria. We made a total of about $3.65.
And you were probably thrilled.
Oh, yeah. I used to actually lock myself in the bathroom and read books cover to cover.
In the bathroom? Why the bathroom? Just so you can get away from everybody?
Yeah, to get away from my brothers.
That's a lot of hockey players in the family, for sure.
You sent me an email this morning, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your sage advice.
Yeah.
You told me that I needed more sex in my book.
Yes, you did.
And I want to thank you for your offer to
technical
advice on that.
Back that thing up right there. That's not what I was offering. No, I did say that I wanted to see more action, more sex, more, whatever. It was a great book, and we're going to talk more about the meat of your book in just a little bit. I don't want to give away too much about your book, so I'll let you do it instead.
Well, it's a story about a guy who's not a politician, runs for president. He's not a member of any political party. He never makes any speeches. He only speaks in sound bites, so the press can't misconstrue what he says. And he travels around the country in a seaplane piloted by his girlfriend and on a Harley Davidson, and somebody's trying to kill him.
But he's, his dad is kind of a kook in the background, a very educated, eccentric, politically well-connected.
I consider him to be the most honest politician that ever served.
Let's talk about some of the main characters. The main character was Max Masterson, who is the guy who's running for president. Who are the key characters that aren't going to be there in the future in the second book that you're writing?
Well, the villain is the director of Homeland Security. His name is Adam Wiretap.
Wiretap. Oh, jeez.
And I can't change his name in the middle of the
I'm so sorry.
So he's stuck with Wordtap or Wiretap for the rest of the series, and it's probably going to be 10 books long.
Wordtap. Can you just morph it into like Wordtap or something?
Well, maybe he'll die.
Right.
You never know.
Can we kill all the bad names? So that would be good.
I'm only halfway through the second book, so I can kill him off anytime.
Yeah, kill off all the bad names and come back. Because Max Masterson is like a good, strong name. That's a good name. And Mr. Backpoker needs to go away, and Mr. Wiretap.
No, Backpoker's out. He's gone.
But you still carried on, because I call it the cheese factor. You have this really smart political book, but you carry on this cheese factor into the second one, but you do it with talk radio hosts. What's up with that? I take that as a personal affront, man. One of the issues that I thought about after the fact, after reading this book, that unless Max behaves differently, it seems like the women really don't have an identity other than the men in their lives. Have you thought about that aspect?
I was scolded about that.
Yeah, right.
And Scarlett Conroy, his running mate, who is
brushes her hair on stage. What the heck?
Red-haired woman who dresses immaculately and does everything that's proper for a politician to do.
Brushes her
Before
hair.
every speech, she stands up and takes out a golden comb and stands on the stage and combs her hair.
I kind of want to slap her,
Well, she starts the speech, instead of saying, "My fellow Americans," she says, "My female American."
But even that is very unempowering, as a very unempowered vision of a woman.
Well, in the second book, you're going to really like it.
Okay, good.
It's called, No Corner to Hide. It's a play on the Oval Office.
Okay.
And Scarlett is going to have a more prominent role.
Well, thank you so much. We've had Mark Becker on today for our interview on The Naked Truth with Alicia and You. He has a book out called At Risk of Winning. You can look that up at riskofwinning.com. www is at the beginning.